is July 14th, 7 p.m., and I would like to call the meeting to order. We'll begin with pledge of allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. We do have a quorum. We are missing Mr. Nolan and Mr. Sinque this evening. Everyone else is present. You have a copy of the minutes from our last meeting, from the June 25th meeting. The minutes are there. They were also emailed. I went through them. They looked fine. I don't know if anyone has any questions on them.
Make a motion to accept the minutes from the previous meeting on June 25th.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, we do not have any new business this evening. Old business that we are still working on is we have the Queemans PV LLC. It's the application for a site plan and a special use permit for the property owned by Joyce Maxstad. That property is located at 1304-1322 State Route 143, tax map number 166-2-3.11. At our last 2 meetings ago, we had our town designated engineer, MJ. They were going to do the long form EAF parts 2 and 3, the full environmental assessment thing. And Jenny she completed that. I emailed that to everyone. She was not able to be here. I have it pulled up. I can go through it and just, number 1 is an impact on land, and they do say, yes, that there is an impact, but there's nothing significant. Any of the impact is going to be no impact to small impact. And obviously, they're digging stuff up and putting stuff in, so yes, there would be an impact. An impact on geological features, there's no impact, so nothing is done there. Impacts on surface water, nothing there. Impact on groundwater, it says no. And if anyone has any questions in more depth of these topics, please let me know. Impact on flooding, it says that there's none. Impacts on the air, none. Impact on plants and animals, it says yes, but so that would be loss of flora or fauna. All of the choices are, again, no impact or small impact may occur. Impact on agricultural resources, it says yes. And again, there's no or small impact may occur. Impact on aesthetic resources, none. Impact on historic and archaeological resources, none. Impact on open space and recreation, none. Impact on critical environmental areas, none. Impact on transportation, none. Impact on energy, none. Impact on noise, odor, and light, none. And impact on human health, none. And then consistency with the community plans, it says no. Consistency with community character, no, none. So that was part 2 of the EAF. And then part 3 is an evaluation of the magnitude and importance of project impacts and determination of significance. Bill, I didn't see anything in that either. They did an attachment though. They agreed type 1. Box A is checked. It says this project will result in no significant adverse impacts on the environment and therefore an environmental impact statement and needs not be prepared. Nothing else on that. The other attachment that we received was for the negative declaration. And everything that we went over just is outlined in there. Now, you have a hard copy. What were there were 2 yes sections again. One was
Impact on land.
So I can read the section that MJ drafted up. It says the proposed project will involve construction on or physical alteration of the land surface within the proposed site. However, no moderate or large impacts are anticipated. Minor disturbance of the land will be conducted in order to install the array and access the solar site. Minimal grading will be required within the projected site associated with the proposed access road, filter strip area for the transformer, and one area within the proposed solar array. Blasting will not occur when the project reaches the end of its useful life and it's decommissioned, as insured by a bond posted by the applicant within the town. The land will be restored to its original condition with project components removed so that it may return to productive land use. And any questions on that? Any other, what was the other? Yes, I believe it was the fauna, plants and animals.
Yeah. Impact. Yeah, plants impact on plant and animals.
So the description in this is the proposed project will not result in substantial loss of flora or fauna. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service notes that the site may be within the vicinity of the state and federally endangered northern long-eared bat and Indiana bat. The USFWS also noted the potential for the proposed, not currently listed though, endangered tricolored bat to be found within the vicinity of the project site. The tricolored bats root in trees during the spring, summer, and fall, and are typically found in caves and mines during the winter. All tree clearing will be conducted during winter months to ensure that these bat species are not roosting in the trees. And those were the only two yes sections. So any questions on those? Bill, did you have anything that was glaring?
No, I think as a matter of process and procedure for the board, these are suggested answers. So I think, the appropriate direction is between now and the next meeting, really study it to make sure that these are your findings, because ultimately it's the obligation of the board to make these findings. So I would just qualify what has been proposed as suggested findings at this point. One other little quick item, if you work through the questions and you find you have a problem, as you look through the chart, what it does is it keys you to the questions that the applicant answered. So it's in one of the left columns as you work through that chart. And you can see each of the relevant questions identified by number, question number, and then subparagraph letter. So it just makes it a lot easier as you work your way through. You can check back to the answers that the applicant gave you. But I have nothing else to add.
So the one I was surprised that did pop up that they put down as no though was impacts on surface water. Only because when you think of these sites, and we dealt with one not that long ago, the amount of water that comes off of these panels and then just goes into the ground. And they did note that there were 2 areas of wetlands near it, but I believe on the outside of this area. So that to me was just one thing that I was thinking about that I did want to speak to MJ more about. Because if you have excessive water coming off these panels now, will it affect the wetlands that are, so just, that was something that I was surprised to see that was a no. Even, I think it's the groundwater, impact on groundwater, so. I don't know if anyone
You're
else.
talking about runoff water, this is groundwater.
Well, there's impact on groundwater and there's also impact on surface water. So there's 2 different things. And then, so.
It's gotta be very minor because the rain is the rain and
It's the same amount of rain that would fall if there
it's
was
the same amount. It's not like it's producing
Plus there's
rain.
vegetation there, so it soaks it up, so I'm saying it'll be all right.
I don't
You can
understand
ask
that.
I didn't do the site visit. It does come down on a hill, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not real steep.
And there's a creek that's not that far that absorbs a lot of the water. Like it's I know it's a distance a ways, but there is a
Across the road.
creek. Yeah, so it does
Behind the
fit.
town building.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no creek, I don't think, right near the,
It's on the other side of the road. I think it runs
across
behind
143.
those houses and stuff.
No, there's one that hooks into
Yeah,
it,
down the side.
right by the firehouse.
Right. So that's quite a ways away from it too.
And I do know when we get heavy rain though, that water on Blodgett Road comes down that gutter, big time. But then it probably there's probably a culvert or something that goes under to it and attaches to the creek. You know, so from now to the next meeting, it definitely would be beneficial to look at the upon packets that have been given to us, you know, just so if we choose to go forward, and MJ will be here. Did you have any questions?
No, I don't think so.
Anyone else have any other questions?
Something new on the city water, right?
So yes, I did speak to Jeremy, and Jeremy did say that, you can fill us in on
Yeah,
that.
so the commissioner agreed with our current design and we accommodated the request of really just labeling their water line on our plans. So right now, their attorney and our attorney are talking to each other to finalize a formal agreement. So
Wonderful.
should have that soon.
Yeah, because that's something definitely will hold you up.
Yeah.
Anything else? Do you have anything?
Yes, I do. Next meeting, you guys will have a new, special use permit that you've never encountered yet because of local law number 9 of 2023. It is for doing fill more than 2 feet because of the local law. So I have an application filled out and a short EAF. I don't know what other kind of material you want to look at, because it is our first time dealing with this local law. So that will be on the agenda for the 23rd.
Who's doing that, Jesse?
Billy Horner.
Yeah, I had heard, someone had asked me about this.
So,
'Cause I think they're taking all the millings from 9W, aren't they?
no, it's not millings.
Oh, it's just
No, he's
fill?
getting fill because he wants to put it into his horse pasture.
Yeah, but I thought it had something to do with the project on 9W where they're shortening their.
You know, about some bridge work. Well, I mean, these are all things you can
Yeah,
ask him.
okay.
The application is complete, he's paid for, he's on the agenda. Okay, it's for fill for his horses.
So the person that asked me about it said that it was like time sensitive, that's why they were asking, because I guess he needs to be able to, wherever they're gonna take this stuff,
Yes.
he needs to be able to get it, so.
Yeah. Well, he didn't meet the submittal date, so I think he's on for the 23rd. But also, if you wanna go on the town code underneath, local and opposed laws, because I don't have it in your guys' books.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now. I only
Right.
have local number 1 and 6, so we wouldn't have
Right,
9
so
in
it's local
here.
law number 9 of 2023.
Can you do me a favor for that next meeting also?
Yes,
Can
I
you
will
print that
send
out
it
so
to
we can all
everyone.
add that to this?
Mhm.
So I would suggest that we all look up local law number 9.
Yes.
And if you can give that to
And I
us.
will not be in attendance for the 23rd, but the meeting room will be set up for you prior. And I
Okay.
just ask that you set it back because of court the next day.
Okay. And I will not be at the next meeting, so that's your job. Do you hear that?
Yeah, I hear it.
Anyone have anything else?
Just one quick question on the solar project.
Yeah.
Submission deadline for Albany County, 17th of this month. No.
No.
I just want to track,
That would be,
I just want to make sure that stays on track.
that would be when they would see it, Mr. Kennery.
Okay, so it's
Submission date
gone,
is the 7th,
so they have it.
which we are past.
No. Albany County says August 11th, I think. Right?
I think he's talking about this one.
We're in
Yeah,
July.
this month.
Oh, yes, yeah.
The submittal would have been July 7th. And they would have seen it on the 17th.
Okay. So the way we left it last month then, we talked about that, but at this point, it'll be presumably a complete secret determination if we get there at the next meeting, and then it'll go. Okay, I just want to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Yes, because you referred the board to have the
Yeah. Yeah.
secret determination to send
Yeah.
with the 239.
Good, thank you.
You're welcome.
Can I just clarify that? So if the board goes that way, Would we be able to send it that day? Because we're meeting the 11th. They need it submitted on the 11th.
23rd meeting.
Yes, because at the 23rd meeting, you will declare seeker, correct?
Well, I'm not gonna be at the next meeting. I'm jumping to the meeting that I'm gonna be at.
Collins?
Yes, you're.
Assuming we get there, that's right.
If,
That's
if that's the path that we go, so that's, so it would be good. Okay. All right. Nothing, anything else? Then I think we're good.
I'll make a motion to adjourn the July 16th, 14th meeting, whatever the day is.
I'll second that.
Grievance, planning board, zoning board, please.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay.